bermain di liga yang katakanlah secara level lebih tinggi dari kita, tentu pasti akan menular sedikit atau banyak. Istilah kalau peribahasa itu belakang parang diasah tajam juga. Jadi katakanlah pemain ini biasa-biasa saja, tapi kalau diasah terus dia pasti akan jadi pemain yang hebat.
Ya tidak perlu jauh-jauh ke Eropa, di Asia dulu ya, Jepang, Korea,
dimanapun selama liga itu lebih tinggi dari standar kita.
Ya, baik viewers, kita langsung saja untuk mendengar dan melihat babak pertama antara Thailand versus Indonesia. Namun terlebih dahulu kita dengarkan national anthem dari kedua negara, baik Indonesia dan Thailand. Selamat menyaksikan.
Kalau lihat tidak ada Mbak Betty terus penjualan orang ada tamai kalau ke ujang-ujang lama sekali tapi kalau kasih makan sini masih pakai motor. Itu namanya kita mesti ya kan itu. Kalau mana kan nanti 12 ya. Kalau menang piala atau menang ini? Menang India. Ketika masuk piala dunia. Kalau mau tidak masuk. Ini baca-baca. Tidak, ini kalau dari nanti iya tapi menang ini. Kalau mau menang mau pegang piala tidak ada harapan.
Ya, baru saja kita mendengar national anthem dari kedua negara Indonesia dan juga Thailand. Kita semua sudah pasti tidak sabar ya untuk melihat aksi para penggawa timnas Indonesia, dan ini dia adalah starting up dari Thailand yang diturunkan pada leg kedua final AFF 2020. Haris.
Ya, di bawah Mister Gawang tidak ada perubahan. Si Warak Tetsum Noen, kemudian ini dia di sisi kiri Garasan Bunmatan menggantikan tinggal Tristan Du. Kemudian di depan ada Bordin Pala, Persil Danda, dan juga Jason Sokrasi trio yang akan jadi attacker dari Thailand.
Many of what some would consider this first level of close up was Kevin Mabuza returned from suspension. He is his left back. Howie will come in as centre back after the injury to
Juga Philip Roller, wah luar biasa. Philip Roller juga dicadangin ya. Kirinya, kanannya tadi saya lupa menyebutkan ya, juga ada Arubali.
Ada Bunmatan itu kita bahas.
Ada dua back saya bilang dan total.
Yes, dari dia Tonton kita bisa lihat ya mainnya bagus Thailand konsentrasi makin Indonesia. Kita akan segera melihat serangan yang ditunjukkan oleh Sintayong. Kita semuanya tahu bila Sintayong ini selalu merombak formasi, merubah strategi, bahkan juga pilihan pemain. Tapi ada beberapa nama yang tidak menggantikan persoalan yang kita sebutkan dari aspek pertahanan. Seperti dia, Haris.
Ya, ada beberapa perubahan.
We would like to do that if they can perform something pretty outstanding this evening, and they'll have to do it with these players here. Three changes made by Shin Tae-yong. There was lots of speculation as to whether Egi Maulana would start today. The answer is yes. Pratama returns from suspension, and the very pacey forward Ramai Rumakek also gets a starting place today. Win this along with Irfan Jaya. Same pass to Indonesia. We would like to do that if they can perform something pretty outstanding this evening, and they'll have to do it with these players here. Three changes made by Shin Tae-yong. There was lots of speculation as to whether Egi Maulana would start today. The answer is yes. Pratama returns from suspension, and the very pacey forward Ramai Rumakek also gets a starting place today. Looking at their formation, they are going with the 4-2-3-1. Ramai Rumakek, as you said, Ramai Rumakek on that left-hand side. Dedek Setiawan is still the preferred forward. And as we mentioned, the rather bizarre news that 4 players broke protocols and have not been included today. Rizky Ramadhani was one of them, Elkan Baggett another. In fact, there were 2 Rizkys involved as well. Victor Ikonepo was the 4th player. Edo Febriansha is on the bench along with Irfan Jaya, who will be quite the impact player, I'm sure, if he's called upon. There are the 2 coaches. It's been relatively well-intentioned, the press conferences between the 2 in the run-up to this final. And a moment of remembrance now for family, friends and colleagues, every person who was passed on due to COVID-19.
Baru Vietnam kemarin lawan Vietnamnya lebih babak apa nih taruh dengan seru Vietnam.
You must remember, of course, in the backdrop of COVID-19, this tournament was postponed twice, but in the grander scheme of things, of course, there's still important to remember we're in the middle of a global pandemic. Faisal Al-Ali, the man in charge from Jordan. Rish Rosarai, your thoughts on that lineup, on those lineups?
I'm enjoying this countdown actually. 3, 2, 1 before kickoff of the second leg. Yeah, looking at those lineups, I think with Indonesia here, it looks like a pretty attacking lineup, which you'd expect being 4 goals down. Obviously looking to try and start with a very quick tempo early on. It almost will be a 4-1-4-1, I think, at times, with Ricky Kambuaya and Witan Sulaiman allowed to get forward in support of Dedek Setiawan, especially when Indonesia are in possession of the ball. Egi Maulana, Ramai Rumakek. Egi Maulana playing on that right-hand side and will be allowed to drift in onto his left foot. Ramai Rumakek same, playing as those inverted wingers in those wider positions for this Indonesian team. For Thailand, I mean, it's still an incredibly strong lineup. We've seen the strength of their squad throughout this competition. When you look at Chanatip in there, Tirasin, Bodin, 3 players who I thought were brilliant in the first leg, and Super Chop, who was the man of the match, deservedly so.
Brilliant, yeah. Someone who, if not for Chanatip's goals, might well be considering himself a contender for MVP. Remember, you need to score 4 goals minimum, 4 unanswered goals. Indonesians to stand any chance of seeing this through and potentially grabbing their first ever AFF Suzuki Cup. There's Tonton brought back into the side after his suspension was complete. That is a delightful ball into the path of Bodin, who goes down, looks across to the referee. Nothing doing. The danger isn't over. Look, he touched on from Bodin. Chanatip can't get there. Narubadin puts a cross in. It'll be a corner. Feels like it's the first leg again.
Yeah, you know, one of the great things about this Thai team is how they've started off matches, and here, just here, a bit of contact there behind. Asnawi is on the wrong side of Bodin, bearing down on goal. I don't think there's enough to give a penalty there.
Here's Tonton on the right-hand side. Oh, he was getting involved. And now the counter. This is where Indonesia can begin. Egy Maulana, goal here. Would like to stadium up. Witan Sulaiman. Back to Egy. That's the fastest for Rahmat, but it's still with Indonesia. Asnawi. They know if they want to stand a chance, an early goal would really help their cause. It's a fine balance, isn't it, Roshan, of trying to go forward and force the issue, but not leaving yourself too exposed, because you know how dangerous the ties are.
Well, that's right, and they're trying to find that balance in the team, in the situation that they find themselves in. You see that issue there. They haven't been comfortable in possession when they've been pressed by Thailand. We saw that in the first leg where Indonesia were giving the ball away very easily, unaccustomed to the pace that Thailand want to play the game at.
Two not so great passes from Rahmat Irianto, and much has been made of the fact that his father was also an Indonesian international and played in the AFF Suzuki Cup final. That was back in 2002. And that was also against Thailand, by the way. And that's one of the more painful losses for Indonesia. They had to go to penalties in that one. His father missed a penalty in the shootout. And he got one better today. At the moment, it looks a very difficult task for Rahmat and co. Given away to Narubadin. Super shot. Brought down, he looks at the referee, arms stretched out, he's not interested. Pratama, so good to have him back inside of that hand. They looked a little bit vulnerable, didn't they? Particularly in the first 15 minutes on that Indonesian left-hand side, the Thai right.
That's right, they did, and it wasn't just on the defensive front, you know, going forward he offers a lot, and they didn't really have that outlet on the left-hand side in the first leg. They tried to change it up in the second leg. Alfiandra going to play out at left back. And while Alfiandra has been one of the outstanding Indonesian players for me, I don't think he was very effective in that position. A bit unfair on him. Obviously he's going to try and do his best for the team, but it wasn't very effective.
Great work there from Asnawi. Forward in. Here's Witan Sulaiman.
That's another player, Witan Sulaiman, who just got crowded out in that first leg and didn't have any impact at all because Thailand was so determined to get players around him as quickly as they possibly could. And again, just there, three Thai players around him. On this occasion, he kept the ball really well with Tan. We spoke about development earlier and how these young Indonesian players playing in a big final for perhaps the first time at international level of this, in these sort of conditions against a very experienced Thai team.
That's a good throw, isn't it? Into the strong. It is going to be a corner.
Again, that added tactical value that Tonton Arhan brings to this Indonesian side with those long throws in behind.
Which was waiting,
just see the contact here.
Now there's more contact here, isn't there?
It's the other one. It's come off. It looks like it's come off Witan, so I don't understand how that's a corner. And it looks like he was actually bumped in from behind by Kitsada.
Not enough for a penalty though, right?
I don't think so, but I don't think it's a corner right. It's come off Witan last. Anyway.
Out the header. Here is Sanatip. Clearance by Narubadin. Keep up this pressure. Here's Ramai. Who's got the pace, Ramai? Lovely turn from Witan Sulaiman. Ricky Kanduaya! Ricky Kanduaya! Has struck early here. And has that given them just a little bit of hope? Still a long way to go, but what a start from Indonesia. Love the work from Rubakan. Down his left hand side, keeps his composure, and wonderful what Witan Sulaiman does there. He hangs on to the ball under pressure. We didn't see enough of that from him in the first leg. Taking on the responsibility, holding on to it. And then Kambuaya, all he can do really is try and drive that through the sea of legs and test the goalkeeper, keep it on target. And he tested Siwara, who on this occasion wasn't up to this challenge. It's a bad mistake from an experienced goalkeeper, but Indonesia won't care. Look at the defenders it's gone through. That's poor goalkeeping, doesn't get behind the ball at all. Just takes his eye off it, perhaps careless from Siwara. Only the second goal that Thailand have conceded in this tournament. Ball is given away. Here comes Tirsin Zamna. Can they hook back immediately? Nadia is going away. And the resulting shot is then blocked for a corner though.
He's been great, Nadio, in goal for Indonesia. Again, he had to be strong with that. He kept the shot out.
This is squared stuff early on. Perfect start for Indonesia, Wilson. This is what not only the Indonesians, but the neutrals watching this would want to see.
This is great. This is great for the final. I know it's not great for Thai fans out there, but the atmosphere around the stadium has been brilliant, even before kickoff. And from the Indonesian fans as well, a credit to them. They were loud, they were lively.
Tanawa, surely brought down. Rahman went in hard. Everyone's blood is pumped up at the moment, isn't it?
Lovely work from Tanawa. It is a foul. Gets a second challenge in as well.
Could have been
From Didik.
Again, pretty much dead center, you know.
Really good position for Thailand for the free kicks. They've got another great position here, and this time they've got the specialist on.
Magic wand of a left foot for Tonton. They will have been watching, I'm sure, his videos in anticipation of what he wants to do, what he thinks of the free kicks.
Yeah, that was a great angle that we had, a camera angle that we had earlier on of the position of the wall. And when I actually saw that, I thought, I think it's going to be in need of a bit of adjustment. And he has adjusted it, Nadeo. He has, because they were far too wide there. So we had to step across and had another look. He's adjusted it.
He's hedging a bit. He's very central, isn't he? Let's see. Wall damage, no distance for that. That's getting applauded by the crowd. Big time. Shanatit. Well defended by Alfreanda. He's just gesturing to his players. Calm it down. Bulking. How is he feeling about things at the moment? Wearing his lucky clothes at the moment.
Well, for Indonesia, it's about goal, using momentum. For Thailand, again, that experience needs to come in. Lots of experienced heads need to keep their composure, try and slow it down where they can. If in situations, in these set pieces, they can kill it off, go and do it, sure.
We'll get another corner. Tirsin appealed immediately. Well, this is the best possible way you can respond, short of scoring an actual equaliser.
Yeah, pressure's on. Thailand, good response from them. Again, it's Tirsin making a nuisance of himself. Just taking a touch, perhaps.
Well, there'll be another almighty roar from the Indonesians if they defend this one well, get it away. By the way, just to let you know that we've got Witan Sulaiman and Ramai right on the halfway line. Anything should come their way. Loose ball. Raises the crossbar. The outside of his boot.
Clever from Super Chop. Comes into him quickly, and he can't really sort of readjust his his body in those positions. You need to take these attempts quickly. He's still got the time to take a first touch. This is trying to curl it into the top corner with the outside of his boot. Fortunately for Indonesia, it's come off the crossbar.
He's certainly someone watching the view of pinpointers. You'd love to see him venture out of Thailand, perhaps into the likes of Japanese and Korean leagues, maybe further afield.
Yeah, and I think he's one of those who's ready to move on to Bachok. We've seen evidence of that, I think, over the last couple of years, and certainly in this competition. And that really is the key for Southeast Asian players, and it's something that observers of Southeast Asian football, it's not something groundbreaking to say that Southeast Asian players need to go out and get out of their comfort zone and take their next step and try to play in a higher quality league. The ones that obviously have reached a certain level in the region are those players that I'm talking about.
Ball's been gone back beautifully. Look at this, Ricky Kambuaya. Slalom his way through. Kind of went down, didn't he? In front of Tonton.
Strong challenges coming in. Both sides. Ricky Kambuaya has got this ability in him to just run past. I think that's a foul. It should have been a free kick to Indonesia. And then again, strong with the follow-up challenge.
Tonton said, we will win the second leg. Didn't say by how many goals and whether it would be enough to take them through to lifting the trophy. But he's given them this self-belief. He's maintained, even right after the defeat. And it was a disappointing game for Indonesia. Remember, they had two very, very good chances in that first leg. Here is Witan Sulaiman. Right on his own, he's got two players right on him. Now Tonton.
You can sense that nervousness has gone out of this Indonesian team. They were so nervous in the first leg. They couldn't keep the ball under pressure, but suddenly they've got confidence now because they're in a situation where they can't really lose. They fall goals down. There's no pressure.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't be the way. As they grow, as they develop, they should learn to play under that pressure.
Just got to keep their heads. There's flying in here. Back with Indonesia, Asnawi. Well, it's full-blooded so far. You couldn't ask for a better start to this match.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, Kambuaya is really trying to single-handedly carry Indonesia forward. And he's, for me, been one of the best players in this Indonesian side as well. I'm not talking about Witan, Nadeo, Pratama Arhan, Alfeandra. I'm not realizing I pretty much said the whole Indonesian team is the best.
Well, I think you pinpointed him in the first leg as the one who stood out for you, and you were
That's right.
surprised, even I dare say disappointed when he got yanked off, didn't you? Felt that he could have stayed on the pitch.
I was surprised that they took him off. Maybe there was a thinking that
For the second leg.
we were trying to keep him fresh for the second leg. But look at how they're closing and pressing and harrying here. Indonesia. They're hungry for this. They believe now that they can get something out of this match. And for all those people out there who are saying, let's cancel the second leg, in jest, I'm sure, in jest.
There was a lot of that going on. Now,
I'm not quite sure they feel the same way about that now.
Absolutely, glued to their screens, I'm sure. Here comes the Pratama Arhan special. With his long throws. They're usually flat as well. Plenty of pace on them. Maybe Lallana got a little touch on. Now you're seeing Manu Polking there. He was just, again, gesturing to his players. Calm it down or slow it down. Both of them would work right now for them, would they?
Yeah, that's right. So they're going to take as much time as they possibly can on these restarts. And you just saw evidence of that. The ball went on play. None of the Thai players really went off the pitch to take it. Mano took his time, walked the ball, kicked it onto the pitch. But that's the key. That's being professional in these situations.
Tonton's pass up top to Borden has gone out of play.
Ada penonton akan tinggi-tinggi.
Catch a breath if you can. This is one of the few quieter.
Tapuk.
Have flown by in this AFF Suzuki Cup 2020 final, the second leg. Indonesia have scored a goal.
22 hari dari
Three more unanswered goals just to force this final to go into extra time, but the early goal was precisely what they would have wanted. Only 2 goals that Thailand have scored and that Thailand have conceded so far have come off errors at the back. One against the Philippines, Manuel Veer's header was not good enough, slotted in by Reichelt. And here today, Siwadak. Some handling, poor handling in the shot. Chanatip has gone down, his boots off. He was in the press today, Roshan, talking about how players like him should be venturing out.
And he's absolutely right. Again, as his boot comes off there, you've seen his game step up to a different level, and you understand why, what he's learned from his time in J1, how he's developed as a player over there on and off the pitch. Again, as I said, it's not really groundbreaking. I think to say Southeast Asian players, the ones who have outgrown the region, need to then take that next step.
What I thought was interesting in his comments was he's calling it a comfort zone.
And maybe perhaps for some players, they are in that comfort zone, but I don't think it's exclusively a Southeast Asian problem. I think it happens in various parts of the world. I think in West Asia you see it as well, with players wanting to take that step in correct comfort zone, and you see it with English players as well.
Happy to stay in England.
Happy to stay in England.
Well, and connected with that, he's picked out a couple of things. One is they're probably getting a decent domestic salary, and secondly is the language, which is always an obstacle, isn't it? As we see another foul on Chanatip. Very good. And nicely done by Nadia. I think it just got everyone by surprise.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. With a bit of time and space, everyone was still reorganizing themselves defensively. Gets the ball in space there. Nadeo, thankfully for Indonesia, was alert to the entire situation.
That's the kind of thing that would really upset Shin Tae-yong, wouldn't it? Be alert. Don't want to be giving away a goal in those sort of circumstances. Tonton. Disrupted the punch with perhaps a bit of ball, but here comes Indonesia now. Didik Setiawan is trying to get that up to Witan Sulaiman. They've opted to keep those two on that halfway line, haven't they? Witan and Ramai. From the off chance.
Well, they need to. They're in a position where they need to take a few, take more chances rather, more risk in this game. And just going back to the point about players going overseas, as we go to us now, he was going to play in Korea in K2. I know it's easy. Remember that we don't know what these players' personal stories are. How many people they're taking care of back home, and if they're making a good salary there, then you have to weigh that comes into it as well. Remember that players, they have people to take care of. They have got families. There's a lot
of money they make outside through endorsements and all that kind of thing. See that challenge again from Alfiandra. But being in that particular country helps part of that, doesn't it?
Yeah, and so I think there's a lot that comes into it. Of course, from a sporting perspective, you want to see them step up and challenge themselves and go to the next level. But sometimes it isn't as easy as just that. It's never just one thing.
And for every Chanatip who has succeeded, and same with his teammate Tonton, they both succeeded at foreign level. A number of them haven't as the ball comes in to the penalty area. Kambuaya tries to lead the counter-attack. Roman catches taken out there. But before that, referee's pointing to an earlier offence in the build-up.
Well, the first ball that came in from the first free kick, Bodin Pala was making that run into the box. And you just wonder again if that Indonesian defence had just fallen asleep for a second, because he was in acres of space. If he'd gotten the right touch, he was able to turn and face goal, then Indonesia could have been in trouble. But again, on the counter-attack, you see the threat that they pose, especially with Rumakek and the pace and directness of his running, causing a few issues for Pawi. Able to skip past that challenge and then a leg out from Pawi, taking him down.
They're not enjoying the pace coming at them at the moment. The ties. Perhaps we didn't see enough of that from the Indonesians in that first leg. Only in little flashes where they did cause a few problems, not many.
Yeah, but said earlier, they're looking a lot more confident. Again, you think about the story around the game. 4 goals down, second leg of the final. Give it everything we've got. It's our last game here. We've got nothing to lose. Nobody really expects us to catch up. In terms of the aggregate scores, and maybe the trophy being out there has given them a bit of inspiration as well.
Thailand felt they have one hand on that already. They certainly don't want to be losing Ramai. He's going to get on that stretcher, and Indonesian fans will be hoping he'll leap off it very quickly.
20.000 dari Mas
words with Alfredo Dewanga. These guys right now, just that belief, I think that's more important than anything else right now, the belief that's coursing through the veins of Indonesian fans.
10.000 dari Yuda, 10.000 dari Yuda,
Very different circumstances, of course. They've got 3 to go. Asnawi. He's done well. Away, a little too easy by Didik. Ramai is ready to come back on. But at the moment, the ball's with Supachok. Looking for Bodin. It's his way into the area. Rather Tirasin.
Well, a really difficult ball for him to do anything with. Tirasin, how far away he was from goal there. Knew that he needed to put in a challenge on Fakhruddin. Another one who I was surprised to see taken off at half-time in that first leg, to be replaced by Baggett, who you think has been that impressive. Malcolm Baggett.
Your thoughts on players breaking protocols and now not being available for the final?
I think that's a disgraceful mistake to make, and it almost, it's a lack of respect for your teammates and for the squad as a whole. When everyone's together in camp, everyone is say, you know what, I want to go out and have a bit of fun. It's disgraceful for me, and
even more so in a pandemic.
Yeah, you're putting yourselves at risk, you're putting other people at risk. The Giga going down, and I think when you look at that, you say, yeah, young players, they make mistakes. Okay, maybe. But Victor Bonefo, what's he, like 36 years old?
Yeah, that's right. Captain of the side. Rahman goes in solidly, wins the ball back. Lovely pass from Witan Sulaiman to Agi Maulana. as Indonesia come close, slip through. Beautiful interplay between Egy and Witter. Thailand just about get that away.
They're looking for a handball. I think it's come off the chest of Saraj, but they're a little bit all over the place at the moment, Thailand defensively.
Wonderful to see Witan Sulaiman and Egy Maulana there.
20.000 dari kemasan asteris, 20.000 dari kemasan asteris.
Flag just goes up from Super Tonton. Spent a lot of time looking across at the assistant there.
Giving it back into Chanatip, but he's looking right across the line there from the top. He should be getting himself back into an onside position.
10.000 dari sekolah, 10.000 dari sekolah, 9
Kalau udah ada lemparan padang sekali. Pas lemparan sedikit, tendangan sedikit, awas.
Let's see if they can get something out of this.
20.000 dari Asmi.
Low and flat is normally the key here. And that's exactly what we've got. It will be a corner. It was Bowie who got the final touch.
10.000 dari Ceo, 10.000 dari Ceres, 10.000 dari
Surak will be absolutely desperate to make amends. That early mistake.
10.000 dari Tonton.
Witan. Fernando Vangel gives it away. No foul on Chanatip. Here's Asnawi.
10.000 dari Siska.
In Epic War Thrones, if you are a casual player, you can just mine and farm, develop.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kembali lagi bareng saya di channel Casual Buta.
Tonton was saying that he just manages players and their workloads, and that's not really too much on Egy. Now people are pulling fans from one end before they were wondering why he started. It's never an easy job to it's satisfying.
No, it almost fans. It's almost as if everyone else knows better than him.
Here's Pratama Arhan.
And that's why when you're in the hot seat, you might as well make decisions that you want to make. At least if you lose a job, you can say, my way, my way.
Given away there by Bowie. No upset in the Thai defence this evening. Helped, of course, by that early goal for Indonesia.
Sudut. Kacau.
Himself had said he didn't think that this was done. So he's excited for Champions League. UEFA Champions League comebacks, which I'm sure big football fans have all had at the back of their mind.
I'm gonna touch on that. Let's just see what happens here with this long throw, as the referee has to work with Egy and Bodin. He's been saying to these players every time there's a set piece situation in the box. No hands. I'm watching, and then he says thank you. Very polite referee.
Pratama. Witten Sulaiman got a leg on him before it was in the way.
Kasih kartu.
Might get cooking here. Well,
Really well. Kamboya. Wonderful job that Kamboya has done here. The touch it, zipped into him, sees that challenge coming. Touches the ball away, gets his body across. Takes the contact. Well done.
earlier on, Witten Sulaiman. Again, that throw.
Yeah, again that throw. This is the first defender with the header. Lots of issues in the box. See what happens that ball after that nervy start. His mistake leading to the opener for Indonesia. Alfeandra. He's got wonderful technique.
Spectacular free kick here against Indonesia. Can they now dish out one of their own? Alfeandra standing over the ball. Chance here to make it two for Indonesia. 10 minutes or so for half time. Tonton is going to be the one. Reminds me of his namesake Messi J had to do that a few weeks ago. Ball doesn't out. It's out for a corner.
Good job done by the wall. Facing down that free kick. We see multi-millionaire footballers around the world turning their backs, turning away from free kicks when they're part of the wall. Which really needs to see. So far we've seen from these two sides players in the wall. I'm afraid to take the hits, do their job.
A lot of players have put their bodies on the line, haven't they, in this competition? It's great to see. For a Pratama special here. Looks like they will.
It's a bit more of a run-up area on this side of the pitch than he has in the other one.
Drop back, Sarah. Couldn't profit from this one. Handling of the goalkeeper, Indonesia, and the miss kick from Rahmat Medianto.
Good. Again, Tiwara under pressure.
That might be playing on his mind, Russian.
Looking shaky. One of his own players, Sada, just in front of him. But still he's not able to claim. Fortunately for him, Terasin was able to attack that one away.
Indonesia. I want this half to end. 9 minutes or so left. The momentum, it would appear, is with them. Still top fun games, lots of people dressed up for the occasion. Here's Asnawi. Still going strong, Asnawi. It's a great run from him. Not good enough. Tonton. Back with Indonesia. Touch on by Witten Sulaiman. They won the ball back here. Ricky Kamboya. Bit of work to do here. Pratama. It's incredible. It's just coming back to Indonesia, isn't it?
Thailand.
Kalau tidak lihat orang lawan apa yang
This is also a mistake against Thailand. Winning all the second balls, looking to press immediately after losing it. Yeah, it's Indonesia picking up the 50-50s, picking up the second balls. Hungry for it at the moment.
Has done really well there.
Well defended.
Jangan terus dia.
Have to be strong. Body across and
Amon.
run out for a goal kick to Thailand.
We saw a little bit of this, didn't we, Russia, in the first half of the semi-final second leg against Vietnam. They came in at Thailand, but they kind of had fun. They weren't really panicking. This was the goal.
Yeah, it's good work. Again, from Indonesia on the left-hand side. Okay, Witan Sulaiman keeping his composure, poking it into Kambuaya. But really just had to do his best to try and get it inside and keep it low, test the goalkeeper. That's exactly what he did.
Tidak bagi kan.
Interception from Pinsada.
Look at that.
Nice.
Warning.
Lewat sayang.
Oh, he can't sweep that in. Casting in vain for the corner. But look at that.
All over Pinsada there. I mean, the first interception from Pinsada was very good and he just crowded out. Howie, to his credit, I thought he was going to just get left behind, but he gets himself back on side. He's patient, he doesn't put in the silly challenge, doesn't put in the rash challenge. Good composure, that's Witan is running out of play.
Super shot goal good there. For Thailand. Good out of play by Tonton. Frustration for the Thais. Didik. Kambuaya. Again, quick throw.
Tidak besar itu tak.
Looking to release.
Tidak besar itu.
Witan Sulaiman at last they can.
Ini dia mantan Parlemen.
Getting behind defense. The earliest opportunity for Thailand, exactly.
Here's Tonton, fire up the pitch. We've seen her in a while. Tonton.
Good defending from Alfandra. Brave defending. Did his job well. Terrace looked to be favourite for it initially, but Alfandra got there. Lifting it there up for the header. Terrace in. Good position taken up by Alfandra. In the first leg, it just looks like nothing was going Indonesia in possession with the ball. Second leg here, Thailand looking frustrated, looking nervous, and that's a credit to Indonesia.
Can they keep this going in the second half? They need goals, of course. Alfandra waiting to come on. And he is now back on the pitch. Full complement for Indonesia. All the way back to the goalkeeper Siwada. 4 minutes or so left in this first half. Here's Salah. Towards Super Shot. Did enough.
Run in between Alfandra and Arhan again. Alfandra has done good job defensively.
Russian, you want to bring something up about Champions League and it's come back about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. I just wonder what they've been watching Indonesia in the lead up to this game. What sort of motivational films or matches they've been looking at. Maybe Liverpool's going to come back against Barcelona in the Champions League. Maybe they've been watching against Amsterdam. Not sure. I was going to actually go for Mali, Angola in the 2010 Africa Cup of Nations. Angola went to a 4-0 lead, and then Mali. Mali get back to 4-4, space of like 11 minutes or something to that effect. I remember Newcastle, Arsenal, none of those comebacks have been in the final. Yeah. But you know, it's happened in football, right? So we you know that phrase, we've seen this happen, strange things have happened. Yeah, well, they have. I mean, when you think of the probabilities, and obviously probabilities very good. No, of course. But it's still a chance. No matter how slim that chance is. If the equation was, if there never was, then no bother showing up. Correct.
And that's what Shintayo has only maintained just positive notes. And that's all he can do. He's got to say, we can win this.
Yeah, you obviously don't expect him to come on and say that's all over. Yes, it's fact that let's go home now.
But what I mean is he's been very emphatic.
Yeah.
We will win this, in fact. Sorry, he doesn't say we can win. We will win this. And right now, the way the team is playing, there is strong belief in what their coach has espoused.
It starts from the coach, right? If he's sending those messages publicly, it starts from him. He's coming out in these press conferences saying, we will win this. And that filters through to the players that believe, you know. Again, what they've been doing in the build-up to this one, important to maintain that belief that, okay, we're 4-0 down, but as I said, this is second leg, 90 minutes. You don't get to play in the final very often in your career.
They made 2 goals in the second half. Still 2-3 at the moment. Watch not quite better than Indonesia. Thailand. See a little bit more the ball in the last couple of minutes. There's nobody. Now Sarach. Tonton. No foul on him, referee. Interested, he's telling Tonton to get out.
It's been a clever run, yet if they can find him with a throw. Unfortunately for Thailand, they don't have him yet. Long throw capacity of Tamar.
Got 3 minutes more. Good news to Indonesia. Here's Naruparin, who just skipped past Ramai. Almost a spectacular assist. What a bit special.
Yeah, looking for the goal that will take it to outright top on the scoring chart in this competition. Pretty special. Got to the right connection. Pretty good work from Naruparin. It's acceleration, we come off the shoulder, and then change of pace. Fantastic to watch on the ball. Carries it so well. Skips past players, can keep a hold of it. And he knows how to find the final pass.
Thailand now. Mike Knox to win the ball back for Indonesia. Got about a minute and a half left in this first half.
Okay. Surut.
Shanatip. It's been relatively quiet in this game so far. Which is a good indication of how well the Indonesians are performing at the moment. He has certainly given them a real impetus, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. It just gives them better balance now on the left-hand side. Mentioned his defensive work, but also his contribution. I think more in those attacking positions and his long throws with the set pieces. Obviously a key part of the Indonesian game.
Not seen much now about him. Bombing forward as we've seen in previous matches.
Yeah, but I don't think they needed to. You know, remember we saw this from Thailand against Vietnam in the second leg, where the positioning was a lot more disciplined. You know, because they were hanging on to a lead. They don't need to open up. They don't need to have the fullbacks getting forward, hugging the touchline, exposing themselves into central positions,
and then leaving space behind.
Yeah, so you know, you have to understand the situation and see, okay, the positions are a bit more conservative, but the reason behind that is, you know, you've got this lead. So for all that we said about Indonesia here, it's still only 1-0. Thailand got 3 goals.
Yeah, big position. Last few seconds of the first half. Here comes Narubadin.
Balik pada dia anjing. Sogolit. Aku adalah laki-laki dari alam. Ih, baribut. Lepas jajaran los kembali mulai. Sama nonton TikTok dia dah. Ada live TikTok tadi kurang melo masuk. Dan di sana bapak boleh balik pun.